is an awful lot going on. Now, there are severe thunderstorm warnings. Always remember, warnings mean things are imminent, really already occurring. And so you see the severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of Maine, just to the west of Worcester, now towards Springfield, and then down across southeastern New York State. There's also flood warnings with some of these cells because they're producing a tremendous amount of rain. Now, all of these are storm reports, either due to flooding or wind damage as the line of storms came through. Notice in the western half of Mass there is a lot, as well as into eastern New York State and parts of southern New Hampshire as well. So here's a late look at the line of storms. Now, if you really look at this, it's holding together very well here in central and southern Connecticut. A few gaps starting to show up here, but it's still fairly potent. One of the ways that we can tell is by the amount of lightning. There's been a tremendous amount with this line as we time-lapse it. And at the end, you'll see the yellow means the lightning bolts that are now old, that happened a half hour or longer ago, and the white ones or gray ones, as you see them, are the ones that are more recent. So there still is a lot of lightning, but this is the hail, a loop of the last 2 hours. Notice that a lot of the purple is disappearing. So that's one sign that the storms may be losing a little bit of punch. But remember, if they have a lot of lightning, they're significant storms and tremendous amount of rain still in those cells. So the leading edge of this, as it moves through northern Mass and southern New Hampshire, approaching Nashua and Salem at this time. And then there are other cells also a little bit farther to the south, as you saw. There's likely to be quite a bit of weakening before this would get to Boston, if it does survive its trip to Boston tonight, because once we get the setting sun, we should lose the energy that's helping to produce these storms. But then we have tomorrow to consider and starting the process all over again. So it does look like storms will pop up tomorrow, and there can be some strong ones with very heavy rain, possibly strong winds, a lot of lightning. Flooding rains at that, possibly with any one of these cells. And here's the whole picture as we get to late tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Hopefully a break in the wet weather pattern, and that's why they've changed everything on the Esplanade to tomorrow as opposed to the 4th. As for how hot it'll be tomorrow, it'll still be pretty warm and humid. That will help trigger some of the storms really to the north and west of Boston, southwest as well. Naturally, the Cape, as we always say, with that south-southwest wind running closer to 80 degrees, but incredibly humid out there. Now let's talk about Arthur. It's getting its act together better and better with time. I think you can see that on satellite imagery. Up to 70-mile-per-hour winds now. It's moving a little faster, but still slowly to the north. So the whole idea, as it gets caught in the jet stream, is that it will move to the north and then the northeast, close to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That's where you see both tropical storm warnings and hurricane watches in effect. Now, the track after that should take it probably about 100 miles or a little more south and east of Nantucket. If it winds up closer than that, then there could be some wind considerations on the Cape, especially Nantucket. But if it's 100 miles or more south and east, probably not a real big deal with wind. There would be some rough surf. But it's basically the rain aspect of this that's the most significant for us. And the timeline on that looks like we may get a break during tomorrow night. But then after early Friday, the rains will start to come up, and it's a combination, as Mike mentioned earlier, from the storm, Arthur, and from the front that's getting stuck in the area trying to move through from the west. So some very heavy rains are possible somewhere. Could be Boston, the coastline, southeastern Mass, the Cape, and that would be later Friday into Friday night. The good news is by Saturday it is gone and the weather improves dramatically, and I mean dramatically. So Saturday and Sunday look beautiful and Monday looks hot. So even though the weather doesn't look great on the 4th, it's not like the July 4th weekend is going to be fully impacted by any means. So here you see basically if you're going to be to the north of the Boston area on the 4th, you can expect maybe some showers early, but then some heavier downpours drying out late at night. Also off to the west, a similar story. But down along the coast, southeastern Mass and the Cape, that's where the rains will last longest and could be heaviest in the afternoon and at night. So that's how things are shaping up with that. Now, as far as we're concerned, over the next 7 days, this is the way it shapes up. Obviously, the whole key is following what happens on Friday. Remember, though, some strong thunderstorms are possible midday and tomorrow afternoon, perhaps very early evening in parts of the area. And then the rains, which could be heavy at times Friday, especially in the afternoon, well into the night. And then the gorgeous weather for Saturday and Sunday, comfortable on Saturday, warm and dry on Sunday, and then hot, close to 90 by Monday. We'll stay on top of this, of course, every step of the way. Phil and JC?
All right, Harv.